up for it.
8 to 8.5.
Come on! Come on! Hey! 9.5. 1.
Wait.
2. 3. George, do you know what it means? You know what the name means, George? It means literally worker of the land. That's what it means, worker of the land. So all our farmers actually in this country should be called George because they are the workers of the land. Anyway, he refused not to be a Christian. The emperor, he was tortured. They put him on a whale with a lot of swords around him. Fainted, to be resuscitated 3 times. He still refused. And then when the emperor realized he was not going to deny his Christian faith, unfortunately he was martyred in 303 AD. But before he did that, he was a very wealthy man, so he decided, I think I'm going to be killed, I'm going to give all my lands, all my property, all my riches to the poor. And he was a very cheerful man, full of virtue, full of love. But George then becomes, I'm afraid, the sort of patron saint for quite a lot of countries, a lot of places in Europe. And is anybody in the Scouts movement? In the Scouts? He's your patron saint. So Scouts, George is your patron saint. And the reason why, because the principles of Scouting are very much expressed as what George was. So 3 cheers to St. George, patron saint of England and many other countries. 1, 2, 3, hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey! But also we want to give 3 cheers to the Queen because her birthday was not long ago, wasn't it? Her Majesty the Queen. Hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey! You now deserve, these days apparently we can't call them anymore gingerbread men. Gingerbread people, apparently we say. So they've all been baked in the kitchen here, and we're going to have some drinks.
Brilliant, yeah, lovely.
Do you think that people, we seem to remember St. Patrick's Day because everybody has a pint of Guinness, but people in England don't really think about St. George much?
I think it's unfortunate because England now is the only nation among the 4 nations that does not officially really recognize. In Ireland, St. Patrick is celebrated, public holiday. Wales, St. David, celebrated, and they have a great fun about St. David. Scotland, they've now have made it a sort of voluntary public holiday, again, for St. Andrew. Why England, with central patron saint, can't actually do it? Do you know his name means worker of the land? You know, this pleasant green land has been worked on by farmers, producing a lot of food. Wouldn't this be a day on which we affirm our farming, our farmers, but also like St. George, care for the poor, the weak? I would love this to be a day of dedication that we will help those who are struggling within our country and help them like St. George would have done. But also, it happens to be the birthday of Shakespeare. Why couldn't we have street parties where plays of Shakespeare and many other plays are being reenacted in our streets? Why don't we have art, music, dance, and actually have a great celebration? This country needs a left. Instead of always feeling, oh dear, everything's bad, it's very awful. And the children playing round us today are trying to say there's some good things in England worth celebrating.